Welcome, Lords and Ladies of Fate. In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You can earn fate chips by just watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just contributing to the game. You can then use those fate chips to heal characters, or adjust their next skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the story. Tonight we're playing Rifts by Palladium Books. If you're unfamiliar with Rifts, it's a futuristic version of Earth where war and natural disasters have devastated the Earth's population, and magic ley lines that crisscross the Earth rip open rifts to other dimensions of time and space, allowing all manner of creatures and beings to repopulate the planet. With us tonight, we have Bill playing as Demetrius, the Atlantean Voyager. Then we've got Michael playing as Rembrandt Brown, the Weapon X Super Spy. Chance as Felix, the Human Totem Warrior. Then we've got Dave playing as Kier, the Dragon Youngling. And then myself playing as Lester Craft, the Human Princess Psi Nullifier. And to mitigate the will of the fates, we have Julian as our GM.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. April, as playing as Sophia, will also probably be joining us soon. But until then, a little recap of our dear hero's story of much ado and much danger in a strange world. Having investigated the strange rift-making device in the psionics research lab, they unfortunately was caught up in one of these rifts created by it, mostly because a Sunaj assassin was pressing a button that made it happen. They were rushed through the dimensions, mostly alternate Earths for some reason, and ended up in a very strange world that was very far in the past for most of the players, not that much far in the past for Rembrandt, but still pretty old-fashioned. No touchscreens or anything. Also, not a lot of people. It seems like in this world, some weird supernatural creatures had invaded and done an invasion of the body snatcher with political parties, and released weird hound-like monsters to kill everybody. They tried to kill our heroes, and was damn near close, until they were rescued by 5 very strange beings, who referred to themselves as Nightbane. We didn't really get to that, but they did. Just didn't hear it. Ha. Anyway, they explained that they were apparently the only people who could do anything about these Night Lords, and wanted to kind of help you just get home, because this was not the place to be for any of you, really. Also because none of you had any of your equipment. You were all naked except for a banner hanging around some of you, until Rembrandt found a lot of overalls and tools. Anyway, the Nightbanes led you to a mage, apparently, that they know, a mirror mage he called himself, called Solomon, who did a lot of explaining about dimensions, and that this was a particular weird one that was kind of closed off and everything, but because of your relation to Rift's Earth, he could probably send you back with a strong enough ritual, which he did, and you rushed back, and once more lie next to your very expensive and very beloved equipment for some of you, but not a lot of other people. But before we get to that, on this journey in the Nightbane world, some of the people were missing. 2 Atlanteans who were right beside the other heroes apparently was not anywhere to be found. If we turn back time a bit.
Turn back time.
If we could find a way to Demetrius. As the device is activated, Demetrius, out of pure instinct, activates his ability to affect dimensional travel in order to somewhat, if not stay, then go somewhere where he actually knows what's going on. Unfortunately, the energies are too chaotic to actually really do anything particular. And he feels the energy within him being sucked out to power some of this machinery instead of affecting it. It does have the added bonus of him not being rifted and lying very exhausted and tired with Sophia at his side. Hello, Apo. Your ISP and PPE energy are at absolute zero, and you kind of feel like you've been on a week binge.
All of us, or
No, just the two
oh,
Atlanteans.
thank you.
And you really want to kebab, but you can't really move. Everything is kind of blurry. You don't really feel the energies because it's just too chaotic, and they are quietly subsiding. As you see black boots standing next to you. You both look up as much as you can and see the blurry shape of the Sunaj assassin. Now you have both heard of the Sunaj, if nothing else, because they tend to kill Atlanteans. A lot. She looks down at you and says, "It would be the two of you who would able to be hang on, wouldn't it? That's what I like to see. Some spirit. Something that's mostly died out in your brothers and sisters, but I kind of like it. It almost deserves a reward, don't you think?" She kneels before you, takes out something from her belt, puts it next to you. You don't really see what it is at this moment because your vision is too blurry. "This is for helping me out. Remember, the elders are lying to us." She gets up and walks away. You don't know how long you're lying there. Your muscles slowly comes back to life. Your vision stops being blurry and you see it's apparently some sort of disc. A CD of some sort. But after a while, you notice the dimensional energies beginning to work up once more and not really happy about not being able to affect it. But quite surprised and very relieved when it's not something pulling you away, but instead 4 people appearing, 4 very well-known people to you, as the other players return. And this is where we'll start the play with all of you in the same room.
And we see our clothes and our gear?
Oh yes, indeed. Nothing is harmed, it just lies in a pile, kind of like where you just got disappeared and the clothes just...
Okay. I'll go and grab my...
It did a bit.
I'll go and grab my suit and my original gear, and I hand Alestria hers, and I say, my phasing works better with my own stuff on. I don't know if that bothers you, but if you don't mind, I want to swap back.
No, that's fine.
Did I catch where Solomon worked? Yeah,
Wait,
he was in a store, right? Some kind of, we went into a store, some kind of building where we met him.
Oh, you went through a mirror and went into the Shadowlands.
Do we remember do I remember the store that I went into?
You could maybe find it with some land navigations and some time because the area is very different. But you could try if you get up from the research lab, that is, of course.
Right. So I put my clothes on.
Yep.
We already still have ours, right? We like.
Oh yes.
Went anywhere? Okay. I look up with bewilderment and basically, where did you guys go? What happened?
Where did we go?
You
Where
knew
didn't you
just-
go?
We slid into another dimension.
I was able to keep us here, but we didn't know where you guys went, and this like black female figure of a what we call a Sunaj assassin, which is a Sunaj. Yes, it's they're pawns of the Splugorth, and we don't
She
know why we're still alive, but she left us this, and I showed him the disc.
she's been following us since we came to the island.
What does she want?
That would have been nice to know, so. That's right.
I call him Lenny.
Next time you see something like that, please tell us.
I see people following us all the time. That's why I look around. I mean, so my character has no idea what a Sunaj is.
Right, yeah.
Except that they work
That's
for
what
the
Yeah,
Splugorth.
like,
That's why
I
was-
yeah, exactly. I have heard of a Sunaj. I know a Sunaj worked for the Splugorth, but I wouldn't have identified her by sight.
Mhm.
What does the disc do? Did they tell you?
We're not sure yet. We haven't checked it out.
Do I look at it? Can I get an impression on it? Is there anything that stands out, like mechanical or?
Well, for you, it's basically very old-fashioned. It's a DVD.
Oh, well, don't I have a DVD player on my
Did you have one of those? Wasn't it a more modern with touch things and stuff like that?
Yes. Yeah, it does play video.
But you
But
probably
so
wouldn't have a DVD device. Most computers don't have today.
Okay. Well, I can tell them what it is though, and
Oh yes.
yeah. So I tell them that it's a disc. It's a disc that holds data. It has information on it. It could be stored video, or it could be some kind of archive. This is kind of like what I use when I use my computer on my wrist. This is what I kind of do. I pull up information that's stored on a disk, and this is what a disk looks like back in the day.
Okay, well, if you want to take a look at it.
Does Lenny, our car radio guy, does he have a CD player in his
Yes.
I don't trust Naj well enough to introduce this into Lenny's.
Well, Lenny is our robot AI, who is the
The Sunaj are known to be very manipulative,
Mhm.
and I would not want Lenny to come under the control of someone like that. You see what I'm saying? Our only ride, I'm not going to introduce an enemy's
Okay.
CD into
Yeah.
its system.
I get you.
We can do it outside of Lenny. That's
Okay.
We can
Yeah,
probably
that's
find a
probably why.
computer around here of some sort, or some
Yeah.
sort of electronics. I don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, this one could go ahead and read the CD without it.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Can you? It's not.
Yeah, she can read the CD with her mind.
I'll go. Well, hey, let's try that.
I'm trying to read.
As far as I remember, that's Machine Ghost, right? I can do that.
Hers is telemechanics.
Oh,
She
telemechanics.
has- Yeah.
Very well. Well, you hear a voice recording in Atlantean, which says, my window's plugging. I have recently been promoted and am now in charge of my own Chromium Guardsman unit. Their machines and science rival our mightiest weapons. We could learn much from this technology, and I am prepared to hand it over when the time is right. Our unit is being deployed to a hot zone in Central America. We have our people standing by on site near the ley line nexus points, close to deployment zone. With the planets aligning and the coordinated deaths of a few thousand enemy insurgents anticipated, we should have more than enough mystic energy to open a rift. After all of these years, I yearn to finally go home. I don't know what I expected when I volunteered for this Earth assignment. These are not the primitive people spoken of in the past. They may not know nothing of magic, and mock the very concept of it. But they are advanced civilization who have earned their place here. This is their world now.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
You need. She basically repeats that to everybody as she's reading it because she can't share it any other way.
So these Sunas that gave you this disc has technology and knowledge of willfully transferring from one dimension to another.
This is something our ancestors have had since we were rifted out of this earth.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be key for me to try to get back home, probably.
If we could find a pyramid, I could very easily send you back home.
Oh,
But
Come on, Lord.
first we need to. These pyramids are only available on Atlantis, and that is controlled by the Splugorth, who are the rulers of the Sunaj assassins and all of Atlantis. We can't just walk into Atlantis and like take over a pyramid. It would not be possible.
could you build a pyramid?
Not I, but if we can find people like us, we have several dimensions of planets that we could take over from there. But we have to find. We have to get there first.
Okay. So it is possible. I mean, why go in the jaws of death if we can just build our own?
Yeah, we would have to find our way to them. At this point, I'm too weak to do anything like that.
Okay.
As this conversation is going on, some of you, probably mainly Lustra, notices a groan on the floor.
Oh, well, I'll investigate that.
As you notice Sir Cole looking very confused around himself, looking up at you, squints his eyes. Aren't you the girl I left in Laszlo?
Yeah, that's me.
What are you doing
I
here?
came to help you. Well, I came to help you. We came to help him.
But it's not safe for you.
Buster, I can handle myself.
Why would you bring an innocent here? He looks around and looks blamingly at you.
What did you say? What was the last question?
How dare you bring such an innocent here? To the other players.
Felix is staring, still naked because he hasn't put on his butt flaps yet. Just staring at Cole.
I mean, in fairness,
Okay.
My lady, this is not the place for you.
It started with a few drinks and then it just ended in from there.
He's going
Couldn't stop it.
pour on us.
in fairness, I mean, we're not the ones who are completely lost our minds there, buddy.
Lost my mind?
Yeah. You were talking all kinds of crazy stuff.
I do remember a lot of fighting and then a fairy garden, I think.
Yeah, you remember fighting a a fire hydrant quite valiantly. You killed it.
I see.
I mean, I don't think it's your fault. I think, this place is doing weird things to everybody here. But you were pretty gone.
I feel all right now.
Oh, great.
And who are all you people?
Oh, this is...
Hi, I'm Felix.
Hello?
This is Sophia, and I am I forgot my own name.
I told you, he does weird things to
The
everybody.
man with no name.
Demetrius,
Demetrius.
Rembrandt,
I was trying to say
and
Pierre,
Carl.
and I know that's wrong.
This is Sir Cole, right?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's my name.
I bow to him. I'm in my human form again. Kind of when we went through the ritual, I bow to him and said, "My name is Kithraxis Aragleth Versandriax. I was a friend of Sir Cole's. He found me and was trying to teach me things."
You mean Sir Mason,
Sir
right?
Mason, yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know Sir Mason. I hope he's all right. The last thing I remember is him defending the line.
He died protecting a village.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I just didn't know where else to go, and so I came this way and found my new friends.
So you're here to find, well, me? Are you all here to find me?
Well, I mean, I was looking for you.
We have other.
But
I'm here because the spirits
We
put
have
me on a
some-
quest to help these people.
I got dragged in. I slid in from another dimension, and I'm trying to get my way back home.
yeah, we kind of found these guys.
And we're along for the ride.
This is a lot to take in.
It's okay.
I mean, thank you, I guess. I don't... What's going on?
We find ourselves asking the same question quite often and never getting an answer.
It is at this point, probably, that some of you begin remembering that when you came down here, you did have another member. A very scrawny guy. He's very easy to
Oh,
forget, I know
The
that.
scientist.
You still really haven't seen Dr. Forsyth anywhere.
Yeah, you got slinked off.
All right. Let's go find him. Isn't he?
Where do you look for Dr. Forsyth?
He was in your bowl.
Yes, and also looking for the Sunaj.
Yeah.
Probably go up to the control room.
That
Yeah,
must have been
let's-
some good stuff.
Let's check the control room.
Go up to the control room, and, well, first of all, Felix, you should probably do a tracking roll, because you probably know what to look for now, having seen her twice and knowing the magic she kind of uses. So do me a tracking roll while the rest of you go up into the control room. That is empty. No Dr. Forsyth. It kind of looks like where you left it. And it's just the computer is powering down.
I'm using my X-ray.
It doesn't seem like there's anything that wasn't there the last time.
Yes, solid
Sorry,
success.
Just a minute. Oh, yes, most definitely. Well, you do notice the essence. It feels, I wouldn't say evil as such, but dark. Shadowy, one might say. Walking a bit around in the control room and then leaving quickly, followed by another very familiar scent. Because you've been around him for a couple of months now, in a very enclosed space every now and then. Dr. Forsyth, apparently.
I guess I'm gonna go fox form, where I have perfect tracking like a dog boy. Follow the scent.
Would the rest of you please make a perception roll, because you are not on the...
That's good.
Okay.
Ooh!
As usual. I failed.
Oh, we have a very perceptive dragon, though.
Okay, so
And Sophia, I gather, the second roll?
Yep.
Yep. Well, Kia and Sophia both noticed that on the floor, right beside where the button was pushed, there's this very small, it looks kind of like a larvae. Very disgusting. Kind of almost, it seems deflated somehow.
What's that? I point at the deflated larva.
You can do me a law magic if you want to.
Okay. Straight lore magic. Okay.
Would it also be under like demons and monsters?
Yeah, sure. I can live with that. Might not be the actual same results, but something might come of it.
Sorry.
Oh, I got way on my roll. I'm 19 out of 68.
You do that demon monster thing.
Oh, whoops. Wrong window.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah. You don't know what it is. It looks very disgusting. You probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Demetrius, you do know what this is. Very much so. You've seen these attached to necks of slaves of the Splugorth. This is a symbiote. It's part of the bio-wizardry that the Splugorth use mainly to empower a lot of slaves, but also to control them. This is a listening device. It allows the owner to know what's going on at all times through it.
So I tell everyone not to touch it. I ask if anyone has a glass jar or something I could collect it in. Anybody got one? I might have one in my backpack, and I start rummaging through my backpack. I pull out whatever I can find, like a canteen or something, and
I was about to mention that if
Yeah.
you have a canteen, that can be definitely be used.
close the lid very tightly. And I say, "This is dangerous. Don't ever let this out, and never ever touch it, because it is basically an agent of the Splugorth, but it only helps if it only works if it's attached to someone. It is a symbiote."
Does that mean our doctor friend had this attached to him?
It may be possible it was either attached to him or the assassin that was coming for us.
Oh.
This symbiote, is it still live?
It doesn't look like it's alive, no.
Without touching it, could Sophia do a read object on it?
Well, to find out if it's alive, she could do an auto read aura, see aura thing. That's no problem. It's not. It's dead. So yes, so Sophia, you can actually do an object read if you want to, because it's a dead thing now.
Oh.
But you have to touch it. You have to touch it.
You can touch it.
Touch the symbiote.
Touch my monkey.
Touch it. Look at him. Look at him. Touch it.
As long as it's really slimy, just touch it.
Precious. You know you want to.
So Sophia, do you wanna touch the symbiote?
May I roll a xenology check to make sure that it won't reanimate?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes.
No, that's a
actually, roll
d20.
a d20.
I did. Oh,
Not to get your hopes up, but
Yeah.
oh. Well,
over.
Yeah, I'm not
The only thing you have to go on is that most creatures can't reanimate after death, and it is dead. So, probably not.
I would say go ahead. Yeah. No, you don't have to roll. That's easy to do.
Oh,
Yeah. But you have to roll 1d100 for reading the object. Alright, so go to your synopsis. So next,
sorry.
read objects under impressions. Ooh, that's weird. It's like 50. I don't know what percentage that is.
Remember to add the level bonuses.
Yeah, 58. I think it's at 58% plus
Yep.
something.
It's just the top one.
Yeah.
Then that's a success. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Sophia, you do not need to roll a save versus possession. It is dead. Nothing happens except that the object read actually works. You do see an image that's kind of gets turned on, kind of like turning on the television in the middle of a movie. Quite sudden. And you see Dr. Forsyth and the Sunage's hand removing the thing from his neck. And looking at him and saying, "Hello again, Dr. Forsyth. You've come far since last we met. I think it's time we had a long chat." And then you see her covering herself in darkness and leaving the room with Dr. Forsyth.
Boy. So he was taken by the Sunaj assassin. Just relate that to us.
I'm sitting there going, hey, you gotta take back something. Isn't that good?
A very excited Sophia is telling you very concerning stuff.
Yeah. Gotta listen.
This is not good news. A friend has been taken by an assassin.
I mean, it looks like they knew each other, though.
If you knew what this thing in the bottle was, you would understand it. It controls slaves. He never knew he was being watched or followed, but she had the power over him
But why would she take it off?
through the. And I can't tell you, but we'd have to find them to get that answer.
Probably to release the comatose state so she can gain access to his cognitive abilities. But I spent the last 2 or 3 days preparing for the situation. I figured this might happen anyway. That's why I spent so much time pumping him for questions in this event. So all we have to do is contact Lenny. Hopefully the animals are okay. I don't know how to track somebody in shadow.
I could do that.
Felix, do you want to add something while being a fox?
I mean, I've already been following my nose. I'm not even in the room anymore.
Yeah, we're
Are you informing the rest of the party that you're doing this?
More or less, before going fox, it was I'm gonna find her, and I fox and go.
okay.
Apparently he was quite serious about this because he's no longer there.
Did anybody know how to track a fox?
So you're tracking the tracker.
Yeah, the 12-inch wide fox paws and the dust on the floor should pretty much show us where they're going.
This is true. There's not a lot of fox
I
tracks
don't want to
anywhere
alarm
else.
anybody, but I am feeling very drained still. So, I don't know how helpful I'm going to be with all this.
And we don't know how well the animals are right now either. I mean, unless they mean something, they don't mean anything to
Oh,
you.
it certainly does.
Well, you follow the tracks of the fox, and the fox follows the tracks of his nose. Well, the tracking of his nose, anyway. And you, at some point or the other, emerge from the facility. Felix is not very met by anything, but just continues on. The rest of the party is met by a very big thing. It's a ferret.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very happy ferret. It doesn't really look like it did the last time you saw him, however. His fur has gone sort of a rainbow color. If you think kind of these Mayan, colorful, godlike beings, those kind of colors going on. And he has these very tiny wings on his back. Nowhere near anything to be that he can actually be lifted from them. But it looks kind of cute.
Oh.
And he tumbles you over and plays for you and is very happy to see.
What have you gone and done? Oh my goodness.
What is... What? Huh?
Is this even the same creature?
This is him.
Well, Elastra, you can definitely recognize that,
Yeah,
yes,
this
it is.
is him. He just something's happened here. Can I tell if it's any kind of like
I
fairy
could
magic
go
or
give him a
anything?
pat.
Maybe?
Recognize enchantment.
Maybe they have an animal adventure to tell on their own.
It's a side plot for another day. Maybe a
Find the
flashback.
fox. Maybe the fox can ask the ferret, and then they can tell us what the hell happened.
We need to read Fox News. That's what it is. We need to find Fox News.
No. Bad advice. Bad
One
advice.
says it's a fox.
No, that didn't.
Fox 'em!
This is this is turning into a children's rhyme with the ferret following the fox and the fox following the tracks. And yes, and so
I don't know
forth.
why she swallowed the fly.
exactly. And it actually is pretty easy going. For some reason, the voices seems to be more silent than when you were up here last. They're still around, but it's more like background choir. It seems more like the place has quieted down a bit.
How's the
For some
horse?
reason. But you are most definitely able to follow these tracks for quite some time. 2 hours go by following these tracks. You are probably a bit worried that the tracks is leading you in the direction of where you left Lenny.
All right, well, we need
He's
to
gonna
get
take
back
our
there.
ride.
But other than that, everything is going swimmingly. Walkingly, happily, not swimmingly. As you, sorry.
Do I learn this information?
Oh, you can definitely tell, yes, that you are heading in that direction.
So
Can I get on my radio and talk to Lenny?
You can try. Give me a radio basic to get past the interference and stuff like that.
I have a plan B if that doesn't work.
That's not going to work.
No, probably not.
All right, I get static.
Too much interference.
Yeah, I
I
can't get it.
have crystals at my waist that say I may be, but I have enough here to call forth my Pegasus and ride ahead and see if Lenny is where he was.
Yeah, that's going to be important.
Okay, so I call forth the Pegasus.
So we have a horse in the sky following a ferret that's following a fox that's following a track to a talking car. It is a children's nursery rhyme.
It is a nursery rhyme.
The horse in the sky catches up with the ferret and catches up with the fox, and notices that the fox is heading towards what seems to be a knocked-over hover car, and a small being yelling in the other direction. Well, the direction you're heading, really. At the same time, Felix, you also notice this small guy in a bowler hat with suspenders yelling something in the direction that you are also headed. You both notice that this DB-like creature looks like this.
Ooh.
He was kind of fun.
He isn't smiling as much
In a
at
bad
the
way.
moment. Do you have DB law, either of you?
When you wish upon a rift.
You end up dealing with kind of shit.
But do you have DB law, either of you?
I have xenology, which helps me with weird alien life forms, but not necessarily DBology.
I do not.
No, probably
Can we
won't work
stick that?
here.
Can we stick that in Discord so the audience can see what we're seeing?
Oh, it hasn't gotten onto
Where's
the
that
Twitch chat yet.
Oh, I see.
It should get to Twitch
There
chat
we go.
soon. There it is.
Excellent.
Oh wait, I do have Lord DBs. What am I thinking?
Oh, then definitely roll me a low DB as you watch this about 1.5 meter tall DB.
Let's see.
Probably not.
Just over 68. Yeah.
Oh, if it's just over, you don't remember the name or what they do, but it rings a bell. You think you've seen these in Laszlo.
Okay. Let's go find
So
out.
they're talking English though, basic, right? They're talking basic.
Are we?
Do I hear them talking basic?
Well, at the moment, it's Demetrius is flying over, and Felix is passing it. You are coming up to it, so in a moment you will also notice what's happening, and at that point you will all see that or hear that it's speaking American, with a very strong Texan accent. A lot of I say, that's very rude. I say.
All right, so I land the Pegasus and jump off, and the Pegasus takes off to be in the air. Now,
Why, hello there, sir. What can I do for you today? Do you want some shoe shine, sir? I have lots of shoe shine.
you have what?
Shoe shine.
Fusion?
Shoe shine. Everyone needs shoe
Shoe
shine.
shine. Shoe shine.
Come on.
I got
Oh,
black shoe shine. I got gray shoe shine. I got brown shoe shine. I got shoe shine for everyone.
Is
You have
Lenny
any
inside?
idea what happened here? Where's Lenny?
This is not Lenny lying on the side. This is apparently another hover car. His hover car, it seems. You notice a cage with the creature that is underneath the picture of the DB, looking out and kind of sneering in the direction that he was yelling at him a moment ago.
Okay, so I'm going to offer to flip the car over and ask him what happened here.
Wow, that will be very helpful, sir. That's very helpful. And I tell you, rude people about that lady was no lady.
Did she get in a big vehicle and drive off?
No. Just so you know, you are not at the place at where you parked Lenny yet. It is quite a bit further on. As you remember, you parked him outside of the Madness area, so he is quite a while from where you were.
Is he trying to get the hover car back upright?
Oh yes, and the rest of the players are approaching at this point because you're standing still. Felix, are you stopping as well? Just so I know. No, you're continuing on. Cool.
Continue on.
I go over to the car, and with my 29 supernatural strength, am I able to turn it over?
Oh, most definitely. You both actually can because it's a hover car, so it's just kind of flipping it. It has anti-gravity, and you hear some squawking and some growling. A little bit. A bottle falls out from the car, and it breaks, and you see some black liquid soaking into the ground.
Ooh. You might want to clean that up.
It'll disappear. Usually does. Anyway, I thank you. I thank you kindly. I thank you, sir. Now, are you sure I can interest you in some shoe shine? What about you lovely people? Do you want some shoe shine? You look like you need some shoe shine, sir and ma'am. He points at Illustra and Rembrandt as they approach.
What's your name?
Me, sir. I am Aaron A. Aronson, sir.
Aaron. Your hovercraft. Does that have a radio?
I think it does.
Do you have a frequency channel?
Well, I'm not rightly sure. I don't use the thing. You can check if you want.
No. All right, I keep headed.
I was gonna say,
Well,
now that I've
have
done
a nice day,
Can I
sir.
pet your pet?
Yep, thanks.
Well, sure. If he wants to.
And if he don't wants to, will he eat my face?
Which pet do you refer?
Yes.
The one in the cage or the one at his
One of the
feet?
on the cage.
Okay. As you approach, it stops growling and looks at you and goes, "Huh?" Yep. Yep, yep.
All right, I'm gonna pet that thing.
It acts kind of like a puppy and rubs its head against your hand.
He did.
All right.
Now, I'm already on my Pegasus flying to find Felix.
Oh, I know. A lot of the rest of the party is
Yeah.
doing the
I
dust
won't do it now
cloud.
if you mention- I'll keep going. I just, had to stop. Could not do it.
Come back anytime you need shoe shine.
All right. Here it's Aaron.
You're gonna be right there.
Well, probably. Anyway, as are all of you following sooner or later, I guess.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, you actually, Elastra, make me a perception test, as you're the kind of the one in the back.
Straggler.
Well, couldn't he give us a lift in his hover car since we helped him?
He probably could, but you kind of. Well, you could go back and ask if you want to. Oh no, Elastra, you don't notice at
No.
all.
We got puppies
Anything?
and rainbows in
No.
my
Really sweet shark dog.
Is his hovercraft faster than us on foot?
Not faster than my uniform.
Well,
Right,
yes,
we already
on foot, yes. Probably faster than the ferret as well, but not faster than the Pegasus. That
Right.
is,
All right,
we'll
so
get there first eventually.
so can we bum a ride from Aaron?
Yeah, you go back and ask, and you notice that he's kind of packing up and going. Oh, hello, back. Did you want some shoe shine, sir?
No, I just thought we could get a ride real quick. I'm trying to get to our location. Won't take
yeah.
long.
There's no problem. Get right in, sir. Get right in. Aaron A. Aronson will get you where you want.
All right, full speed.
He goes in and starts the engine, and you hear an almighty bang from the motor as it flies off very fastly in the beginning, and then just kind of goes down to a friendly put, 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 put. That is faster than walking.
Would I be
Not
able to
faster.
control- Are these controls something that I understand?
Do you have pilot hovercraft? No, then no. Sorry.
Sonya could fix it though.
Probably, but right now wouldn't
Yeah.
probably not be the time to fix a hovercraft. You being in hot pursuit.
Okay. Come on. Here we are.
As you run, fly, drive, or ride, whatever the case may be, is turning into kind of a Benny Hill sketch. Things get a little bit less amusing as the rainstorms begin to form once again. That damn weather that it was there last time you were around, thunder in the sky and darkness and such. The Atlanteans are beginning to feel that the walls between the worlds once more begins to thin. Apparently that lull in the low energy of magic didn't last all that long. And every now and then you all see flashes in reality, kind of shifting. Not with what is in front of you, but more the colors. Every now and then it looks like a photo negative. Everything just inverts in color.
Huh?
Yeah.
Anybody else's eyes bothering them?
Even myself, who's up in the air, sees this.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Can I try another?
out of the air.
Can I try another lore magic to see
Yeah.
if I can figure out what's going on?
You can. Also, low dimensions from the Atlanteans could work. I think that's... low psionics actually would work too, funnily enough. If you had that. But you make it, Dave. Cool. You have heard of parallel dimension. You've just been to something that approximates a parallel dimension. Well, one that had one. There are worlds where there are several dimensions in the same place, but in layers.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the Nightbane world where you were, the Shadowlands seems to be parallel to the real world. Most worlds have an astral plane.
Okay.
But some worlds have several layers, and one of the more common ones is something called the Shadow Plane. Something along the lines of Shadowlands, but more just inverted than a mockery, so to speak.
Right.
But as you trudge, fly, ride, drive on in this soon-to-be very muddy terrain, Felix, you know that you're getting closer. You are no longer in the front because there's a Pegasus hovering above you that you're definitely not faster than, but you have the trail, so it can't really just go too much in front of you. But you notice that you are getting closer, and you also feel this change in dimension as it is very magically attuned, so to speak. You have a feeling that it might be caused by what you're following.
Okay. I'm continuing to nose down.
It's getting a bit harder to actually get the smell scent. You still have the magic scent, of course, because everything is getting muddy and wet, but you go on regardless. And I think this is a good place to have a small break before we get to the next part. So, well, as Felix, the greatest tracker in this part of the world, well, once you get to the, unless you get to the Longhouse Preserve, but this part, the specific part of the world, he is the greatest tracker ever. And he does smell the shadow on the quarry, the Soonage assassin, maybe. Well, at least Dr. Forsyth, which is really what you're looking for when you get right down to it. As you get into an area that seems very overgrown. It seems like at one point it was supposed to be kind of the suburbia place with small fountains, even small rivers with bridges over them.
Great.
Very idyllic.
We made it to Joyzy.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, except for the part that it's all crashed down into each other and kind of just looks like a toxic wasteland.
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah. As you finally notice in the distance, two shapes. Well, a shape carrying another shape. One of them very muscular. Well, looks like she's very muscular in her armor. And the other one looking like he doesn't want to be on the back of this woman. Fighting quite a lot. I will just make a...
So now I actually start running.
He does not fight himself free. Yes, you run. And she turns around and sees you and waves her hand at you, and two dog-like beings of pure shadow emerges. And I reveal how they look. In roll 20. In a moment, when I get to all the damn buttons. My mouse at this point is carrying the double-click curse, if you ever experience that, so it kind of clicks twice every now and then when I don't want it to. Sucks. Yeah. Anyway, this is the Shadow Dog.
All right. Well, now that since I'm in small fox form, I think while I'm running, I'm going to go ahead and shift into big fox form, because if they want to be a large canine, I'll be a larger canine. Thanks. Also, the large fox form runs at over 30 miles an hour.
I will also get you all to the battle map, where you can see how everything looks. At this moment, it is Demetrius and Felix in the front. And the rest of you will join them momentarily in your own way. Just put you in the front so you are actually in the front. There we go. By the way, try if you can see if you can move your token now, because I've done something that might solve the problem from last time. So everybody try to move their token. You don't?
Yeah, I don't see my.
Into the
Oh, wait a minute. Is that mine?
top of
Mine
the
works.
map.
Am I just the black token with the, or is?
A small dragon on it. Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
have
there we
a
go.
token of you, so I did a dragon thing.
No, I can't like click it, double click, single click.
Yeah, I can't double click
Oh.
either.
Never mind then. I'll move it once again. I'll have to check up on what's wrong with that. Anyway, so this is what you see. Remy, of course, you are not that far ahead. You are up by the other people. But you see Dr. Forsyth on the back of the Sunage, and you see the two shadow dogs that those of you who have Demon Monster Law knows are called shadow beasts. Without rolling. And you know that they bite pretty hard and are very, very tough to hit, actually. So let's go into some initiative.
Ooh.
Nice, Remy.
Hang on a second. It's 2.
I get a +2 to that.
Just a minute.
Ooh!
Whoa!
So Sonia has an 11.
Dang.
I, however, don't have very much at all. So
Natural 20 from the ones in the back, that's a bit.
yeah, for once. Even though I'm all the way up front, I'm the last one to get.
Yeah, so, well, that means you just all will catch up with each other. That's kind of fitting, really. Get right down to it. Let's see. 15 for the last round.
You said shadow beasts.
Yes, I did. 13 for Felix.
I want
No,
to
Bill.
search more monsters and demons, and I want to find out what the weaknesses would be for these to remember.
So you could do that. And I'm rolling. Yes,
Oh, I've definitely got
indeed.
that.
Oh, the shadow beasts are very slow. And the Sunage is also very slow.
And I nailed my demon lord.
Oh yes, indeed. You know, light, especially sunlight, is very good against them.
What about laser light? Laser fire.
Probably not. It's too momentary. It has to be continuous.
Am I the only one seeing 2 Remy's on the board?
So I yell this down to everybody.
Sorry,
Am I
Elastra,
the
you
only
were
one who
saying?
sees 2 Remy's on the board?
Oh yeah. Don't know why. I'll just remove the one of them.
I don't know why. So
Well, let's see. That makes it. Well, Kia and Remy, you are both at the same time very much first. However, you are also the ones that pretty much the last in row of running. So, do you want to use your first attack to just kind of get to the map?
No, my phaser fire can range of like 600 feet. I'm gonna take
yes.
a shot at it and see.
At one of the beasts? Cool. Give me a strike roll.
Plus 7 is what? 11.
Oh, then you do hit. I was looking at the 6 and going, hey.
Actually, 13.
Yes, give me some damage.
46. $10 mega damage.
Yep. You see that it does hit it, but it goes somewhat insubstantial, so it kind of somewhat passes through it, but you are quite sure that it doesn't completely pass through it, so to speak.
So it does have an impact to it.
Another, It does have an impact, but less than
Okay.
it should. Well, then Kier, you are also in the back. What do you want to use? Do you want to use your turn to get to the map?
Yeah, hang on just a second. Okay. I am actually going to, well, Felix went into like a large fox swarm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to shift into a dragon form then. Well, so, just, my clothes are designed to come off quickly, so do that. Shift
No
into
problem.
dragon form, that takes up basically half a melee round to do the transformation.
You could do that while you're flying down there. I'm okay with that.
We have like a mass fly cast on us, or?
No, but you can fly.
Yeah, well, I'm in dragon form. I was in human form.
Oh yeah, but you can run, and then you're used to kind of the shapeshift
Okay.
by now, so it's okay if you
Not a problem.
shift while you
Yeah.
go over there.
Okay.
I'm totally cool with that, but I'll also just do something with your icon because you're big now. So
Better make
gonna
myself look
put you-
big.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna help you with that.
Yay.
So you are now there and big. So that gets us to Illustra. You are not that far behind because you're riding your ferret.
Well, I don't know that I can do much just yet.
Oh, do remember that 2 hours have passed, so ISP and PPE has returned. Well, not a lot of it,
Sure.
but some.
Yeah.
So, okay, that would be... okay, so... got it. Okay. Well, then I can do a little bit more. Because I regenerate much faster than normal.
And you are Master Psionic, so you should be pretty fast, I think. Is it 12 per hour? Or no, that's meant
Yeah,
when you're
that's 20
meditating.
per hour when I'm meditating.
Yeah.
It's 4 per hour otherwise.
Well, that's
Yeah,
something at
yeah.
least.
Okay, so I guess at this point, so I see this thing and I see it running away with the doctor and these little dog things. I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna see if I can't give her just a little telekinetic push to knock her down, because it seems like she's trying to get away.
You can definitely try. Give me a strike roll.
All right. Oh wait, and my strike bonuses I get. Okay. That was good. It's not my forte. An 8.
She apparently suspects something going on because she jumps at just the right minute. She does use an attack for dodging, but she does dodge that attack. Almost like she's precognizant or something like that. Or psychic, you might say.
I know the feeling.
Oh, yes. That gets us to Felix, the giant fox.
So it's a giant fox.
Who's
I have
in
a
the
speed of 45, like
Yep.
30 plus miles an hour.
Mhm,
And Felix is sprinting at all possible speed for the Soonage.
Well, once you get to the dogs, they will attack you before you rush through by them. That is why they're there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just put you there for now. Do you want to? You can use your attack while running to attack one of the dogs while they're attacking you.
I mean, if I can just get to her and not have an attack, that would be ideal. But if it's
Tell you what, when we get to their turn, if you make both of the parries, you get to her.
Okay.
But can't attack her in this turn. Cool. So... Well... Actually, let's do the shadows before her, even though she's a bit higher, because that'll affect what she does. So, the 2 attacks from the doggies. Off. Oh. Well, you have to parry a... That would be a 9 and a 24. So the first one you definitely parry.
A 24. Wow.
A 24.
Don't parry it.
You have to roll for the other parry. That was for the first parry.
The first one was a 24. The second one was a 20.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't see the other one.
Unless you want to let me use the 24 for the second one.
No, it's in a row. You will get hit, so you are actually stopped on your way.
Okay.
So when you get to this water, you are being attacked by this one and this one. One of them misses, and one of them will bite you. With 9 mega damage. So that leaves the Sunage to actually move. With Dr. Forsyth. And Dr. Forsyth will just roll to see if he can get free. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. He actually kicks off and lands in the mud down here, and she just stops for a second. Which gets us to Demetrius, the very fast Atlantean.
Yes, I'm on my Pegasus, and I'm going to fly over the dogs to just
No problem.
to go for the Sunage.
Sure.
Now,
What are you gonna hit her with?
I've been drained, so I don't have a whole lot of magic left, and I used most of my magic for the Pegasus. So we're just going to use physical attacks at this point. That's all I've got. So I'm going to have my Pegasus swoop down and try to kick her as I jump off and roll to a land. Super hero landing.
Fair enough. Well, give me a backflip roll for you and an attack roll for the horse. Something's clicking in the background, by the way. I don't know what it is.
Let me know if it's me.
Sounds like dice.
It's not there anymore, but it wasn't before.
It was my dog's feet as he was jumping up and down, telling us he needs to go out.
Ah. Oh yeah, I can hear it now. That's
him.
dog feet. I
Sounds like
recognize that. But yes, a strike roll from the horse and a backflip roll from you.
All right, so the horse, I'd have to look it up, but I think he's got like a +3 to kick.
Give me a d20 roll and we'll see how good it goes. Was that the strike roll, the 11?
Yeah, the strike roll was for the horse.
Cool, I'll just do a parry. Unless it has a lot of pluses, because I have a 21, then it is a parry.
Nope, he missed, but I'm still going to do my acrobatics and land.
Exactly, do your backflip.
And I landed.
Are now down here, right next to the Sunage. Oh, I skipped Sophia. I'm very sorry, Sophia. You are just before Demetrius. What do you want to do?
I would, if I were you, I'd throw a bubble around one of those dogs to help. At least maybe go around them so that they can't get out and attack. They're kind of stuck in the bubble. It's up to you. You can also activate one or two of your tattoos, but you only have so much.
While they're figuring out tactics, I would like to make you all point out to you all that Lenny is in the bottom of the map as well. In case you hadn't noticed.
Taking one.
Can I ask a question? On
Sure.
the skill, the deadened senses one?
It's a psychic.
Yeah. What about that one? Wait, I'll just get my book. What do you want to know?
With our stuff being low, would that bother it? Like, I mean, is this doll's target's senses? Is that all targets or just a specific target?
I think it's just one target. Let me check. Most psychic powers are just one target. Deadened senses. Yeah, it's just one.
Right. If it will use that right now, can I do the chain with the broken link? My supernatural strength?
Oh yeah, you can do that. Sure.
Activate my knight in full armor at the same time?
No, just a tattoo is one attack.
Oh, okay. So I'll do the chain with broken link.
Yes, you become stronger. You hulk out. And that gets us to the top once more. Rembrandt, let's start with you.
Okay, so seeing how that didn't work right, and I know that we just swap gear and equipment back. I have my stun blaster. I pull that out.
You do.
That has a range of 100 feet. So, looking on the map, where am I? Can you ping?
Top right.
Yep. You are up here.
And where is the Savash?
The Sunage is down here.
So am I?
Hang on for a second, I will be back.
Am I in range? 100 feet within 100 feet?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, definitely not.
Okay. Can I move to a location that's close enough to 100 feet and fire on her?
You had a 16 in speed, right?
Yes.
Just a minute. Because I found a wonderful table that tells me how many feet that is.
It's on the attributes page.
65. So, let's see. If we move you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, you're just out of range.
Okay.
You need 20 feet more.
Okay, so I get close. I use but what about the dogs?
Oh, you can do with the dogs, yeah. But you have noticed before that the stun thing has a lesser effect against demonic things,
Right.
And these do look demonic, so you're not really sure if it'll work.
Right, but I'm thinking electricity goes off bright, intense light.
This is true.
I also have flash grenades too. So, but
Ooh.
I think it would be ideal if I get into as close range as I can to hit this chick with a stun blast. I'll have to give it
Yeah.
my turn.
Well, one more round and you should be
Right.
within range if he doesn't move too far away.
Right, I'll do that.
Cool. You don't want to use an attack for anything?
Do I want to do a what? Oh, an attack.
An attack while you're there?
Well, what's my throwing range?
That would. What's your PS?
My
Oh, it's supernatural. Yeah, sure. It's you can reach the doggies with your throw if you want to.
Okay, I want to throw a flash grenade and see if that will have any impact on him. I guess if I have an extra, if I can have an action.
Cool. Yeah, but you can move and do the action. So, do you have VP targeting?
A what?
A WP targeting?
Probably not.
A weapon proficiency.
Yeah, I think my weapon proficiencies are in sword or handheld.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, I do. I have automatic pistol and NG rifle, pistol up in program. That's all I got.
Okay, then you don't get a bonus to it because otherwise you would level up with bonus. So it's just a straight D20 strike.
Okay.
Oh. Well, at least it's not a 1. I won't let it land in front of you.
An 11.
Oh no, straight.
Oh, straight,
because you
sorry.
don't have the weapon
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yeah, then.
So no bonuses.
Right.
So it hits around here instead.
Okay.
Which, because Felix is looking mostly towards the Sonarch, it doesn't hit him. It does seem like the halo that just touches the shadow dogs actually has an effect. They winch a bit.
Oh.
It does seems like it might be a good idea if you hit them with it.
Okay. Yeah. Better reaction than with my my phaser fire.
Definitely.
Nice. Excellent.
No problem. Well, that gets us to Kier. What do you want to do, Mr. Dragon Guy?
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
Okay, well, everyone else is in combat. Okay, I'm going to rush up to the can I make it to the all the way down to the bottom where the creature that who is that all the way down at the bottom?
Dr. Forsyth and Asunaj.
Okay, yeah, can I go
Yes.
hit Sunaj?
How much for flying speed do you
I've
have?
got 60 flying speed, so that is
That should...
300 yards around.
Yeah, then definitely yes. You most certainly
Okay.
can.
Go there, and I am going to I'm going to claw swipe.
Yep. Do me a strike roll.
Okay, that's +3. Ooh.
Natural 20. Oh, well, she will try to parry. But no. Give me some damage.
Okay. That is 46 + 2 MDC.
As your claw strikes towards her and she fails to swipe your hand away from her, you notice that right when it nears an inch to her armor, a force field appears and you scratch into it, giving the force field some damage. Demetrius, you are standing next to it, and you are from a place where these force fields are, well, not common, but definitely heard of. This seems like a technological force field. You know, Face World style.
I want it.
How close am I to Sophia? Within earshot?
Oh, yes, most certainly.
Okay.
So I have an out of game question. Sophia can interact with electronics and computers and stuff, correct?
Yes, within very short range, though, but yes.
Would she be able to shut them off?
I don't think, unless she has the one called telemechanic possession, then no. Or paralysis. There are separate powers. But those are super psionic, so I don't know, Sophia, if you have those.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, unfortunately. We're just going to have to overwhelm the shield and just, do so much damage that it shuts down.
Pretty much.
I
But
would suggest-
before we get to you, Demetrius, because you are lower down, you just recognize the field. We are at Elastra. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, first, I think I want to get closer. And then, since I've been riding on the back of Slick, I'm actually going to reach down and touch his talisman and say egg and trigger the magical effect of that to give him a little extra armor.
Cool. This strange effect as the field forms around both you and your dear ferret, and it kind of creates this rainbow sheen, kind of like oil in water, because of the shiny effect from the.
Oh, pretty! Everybody,
the
look
field.
at this.
Look at that.
But where do you want to go?
I'm gonna move. I guess I'll head down, kind of like as I was heading to the Sinage. But yeah, about there's probably good.
Cool. You are shiny. Well, Felix, you are surrounded by shadow beasts.
Don't care about the shadow beasts. I'm a sprint to Dr. Forsyth. Pick him up with the jaw, toss him on my back, hope he holds on tight to my fur, and run off. North a ways, I guess. Away from everything.
What's your speed at this point?
45.
Yes. So down here, and then up here, kind of thing?
Yeah, more or less. Gonna grab him, toss him onto my back, hope he holds onto my fur nice and tight.
Ah! He says.
If the Tsunage wants him, she's gonna have to come and grab him. She can't leave now.
Well, it is her turn. Standing next to Demetrius and a dragon.
Good.
Which is probably not a good thing for anybody, really. Why won't you people leave well enough alone? She says. As you all, well, those of you standing next to her, definitely feel some sort of magic going on from her. Demetrius, this magic is somewhat familiar, but you can't really place it. It's kind of weird. You've definitely felt this kind of magic before. As she disappears completely.
Oh. I think you forgot Sophia.
No, the Tsunage has a 6. So she's just 1 before Sophia.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So this time I did not forget Sophia. It is true, last time I did forget Sophia, but this time I did not.
Okay.
But the Tsunage is no longer visible. And, well, then it is the Shadow Beast and Sophia at the same time. So, Sophia, let's do you first.
Can I put a bubble around him?
Around who?
Around the beast.
He can't move.
Oh, you can definitely try. Give me a strike roll.
He's at a -6 to dodge out of it.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad strike roll.
Mm.
Dragon's hogging all the nat 20s.
But let's see what he rolls. This is -6. He's -6 to dodge it out of it. physically.
Yeah, but that won't be a problem. No. The bubble trick will not work against these. These are bubble proof. Beware the bubble proof shadow beast. Well, speaking of the shadow beasts that are bubble proof, let's see. You are there, you are there. One of them will definitely try to follow the fox and will attack you, bite your tail. The other one will charge Demetrius.
Say what?
I'm distracted. My parry doesn't work very well.
Oh, that was your parry. Fair enough.
No!
Well, it doesn't matter because apparently it doesn't want to bite your tail. It stinks, and it want to bite the stone instead. So it doesn't hit you. The other one is not much better. It's better, but parry me a 10, Demetrius.
Okay.
Should be enough. Really, a 19. Yeah, even without bonuses. The funny thing is, these shadow beasts are meant to be scary. Go figure. Well, that gets us to Demetrius.
I'm gonna use my supernatural strength to just punch this dog right in the jaw. Power punch.
Do that. Strike. Oh,
yeah.
well, he's gotta try and parry, but no.
That's why I let her do the rolls.
You should always let April do the rolls. I thought you'd learned by now that she has all the luck.
Yes,
Except when it
sir.
comes to me.
After 18 episodes, you should have learned by now. But yes, do me double damage because that definitely hits.
Yeah, then I can figure out what the double damage is. Like 20 in physical strength. I'm looking for my damage for my punch, my super strong punch. Oh, and there's a knockout due on a natural 20 as well for 1d6 melees.
Oh, cool. I approve of
I
that.
forgot about that.
Oh yeah, yes. Do remember if your hand-to-hand gives you something like that, because you are getting to the levels where they might appear. Everybody, by the way.
Yeah.
46. So give me 46 times 2. Times 2. It's going to be this button. And another 20. Yeah.
You definitely punched the shadow. It seems like it might hurt. And since this was a supernatural punch, it is not halved. Good. It doesn't seem to be dead, though. It hurts, but it's still around. Which gets us to round 3. And Remy.
Yes, I want to. Now she disappeared. Can I use my X-ray and see if I can track her location?
You can definitely try.
So I do that.
Give me a perception check.
No.
Probably not. You don't spot her anyway. There's no. Well, at least you know that she's not invisible, standing right in front of them with a knife about to stab them, because you don't see any organs there.
I would like to use my camouflage. Now that I got the suit back on.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely turn that on while you're checking out. That's no problem.
Yeah, so I go camouflage, and I'm just scoping out the area. I don't have a really tracking, but is that it? Is that all I could do in this round?
Pretty much, because you continue to look until you find her, I guess. That would be the most realistic thing, I guess. So, you will also get a test if she tries to backstab you, which is always good. So, that gives her to Kier. What do our dragon want to do?
I'm going to cast Paralysis Lesser on Sunaj.
You don't see the Sunaj.
Sorry. Not even with...
She disappeared.
Hang on a second, I believe. Yeah, I have See the Invisible Natural.
Then you know for a certain fact that she's not in front of you.
Ooh.
I believe she ripped it out.
Okay. Then I will move to just above Demetrius and attack that Shadow Hound.
Sure. You can do that. Over here. Yes?
Yeah, over to the left one set of squares. No, to the left.
Over here.
Back up above them.
So, up here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And I'm going to do another... Actually, I'm going to do a bite this time.
Yep. Boomy strike. Gotta try and parry. I definitely parry. So, nope. It smacks your dragon head away.
That's basically...
Which gets us to Elastra.
That's basically it. I'm out of attacks now.
Oh, yeah, that's the... I think you get more into the dragon hand-to-hand combat.
I had
at some
3,
point.
but half of them were gone with transformation. Oh, no, never mind. You said I was transforming on the way over. Okay,
yeah.
So I have one more attack in this round.
Okay. Well, let's get to Elastra first. What do you do?
Well, I don't have much left here, so let's see. Okay, I can do that. I can still do that. All right. So my first thing I think I'm going to try to do. So this one that's closest to us, to where I'm at. What's going on with that one?
Mm-hmm. It is trying to bite Felix in the behind.
I'm going to start, singing and with my intention of trying to put this thing to sleep.
Sure. I'm gonna do a roll to save. Okay. That is actually the only result that would make the save fail because of the rules about induced sleep. But for some strange reason, this demon from the pits of the abyss, well, Shadow Plane really, but still kind of evil, really likes this lullaby and thinks, well, I've done my job for the day, and kind of just lays down and goes nom 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 nom, and kind of just fades into the ground.
Cool. Good job.
So I will remove. Well, I will just put it up in the corner. It is no longer with us. I will just delete it. Delete it. It will be deleted. Delete. I say all the buttons. Yes, it is deleted. It is gone from this world. Well, that gets us to Felix.
I'm gonna keep running Dr. Forsyth back to Sophia.
Sure, you can do that. So over here, and he hangs on for dear life over here. Cool. And that gets us to, well, somebody you can't see if she's doing anything. So, Sophia.
I put him in a bubble too.
And me. Put me in there
No.
with him.
Who are you gonna put in a bubble?
Put me in. I didn't fight this little dude.
Oh, okay. So we talk, and he wants to be put in the bubble with
Yeah.
the other one.
Trap us in. One goes, two go in, one comes out.
Yeah, but the dragon's not gonna fit in the bubble.
Mono. Yeah,
No. Bubbles are not always the solution.
Sometimes singing is. Between the singing and the bubbles.
A lot of the time,
I
apparently.
mean, if the bubbles are pretty enough, they're definitely the solution.
This is true. This is true. And bubbles have worked well for you in the past. I do admit that it is quite a usable tactic. However, at this point, maybe not the best tactic.
Spider-Man always uses his webs.
Why you can hide it in that or try to hide it through something.
My levels are coming up 5250.
Huh?
I don't know.
Eh?
Yeah, I don't think it was you.
Fear of the dark beast. Fear of the dark beast. Fear of the dark beast. Fear of the dark beast.
Telekinesis. Let's try and, I guess, grab the word.
There once was a dragon from Dragtucket. It knew how to
Play with its
play
nugget?
with its nugget.
Huh?
Gold nuggets, dragons like
Go
gold.
sit in your corner.
It like to breathe fire into a bucket.
So this is where the rift game is going. Yes, back to Sophia. What do you want to do again?
Telekinesis. Just strike.
You just kind of want to slap it?
Well, she's gonna use super telekinesis to basically,
Oh.
throw a really huge rock at it.
So not just slap it. Fair enough, fair enough. Do give me a strike roll.
Ah, she's got a 20.
Pretty good. I don't. Well, it gets a rock in its head. A rather big rock. Which admittedly doesn't really damage it because it is an NPC creature, but still, it doesn't seem to like it a lot and goes whip, 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 whip. But still alive. Still among us. And that gets us to, well, its turn. It looks around, looks up at Demetrius and the dragon, growls a bit, and fades into the night.
Go home.
Now, the combat is, for now, resolved. Nothing seems to be attacking you. There's no sign of the Sunage so far.
So I'm gonna
wanna
put
scan-
Dr. Forsyth down, and then be on full like sniffy, heary, smelly alert.
I kind of imagine you sitting on him, kind of like a big dog is
Yeah,
guarding a
more or
child.
less like he's kind of underneath me and
Cool. Michael,
I-
you were saying?
With my dark powers, I would like to be able to look around.
Yes, you look around as well. Sure.
And with those, I can also detect anything from the shadow dimension I can see in a shadow. So, is there anything?
You see nothing for now.
And when I scan Dr. Forsyth, is he still human? Does he look human? Have those organs and everything? Nothing looks off.
He does. You do notice that there seems to be some damage around his neck. nothing lasting, but you do notice the signs of it. But it does seem to be him. You're not completely sure because you haven't nearly studied his organs, but it should be him. He seems very paralyzed by the whole thing. Is just kind of lies underneath feelings going, so is the bad lady
The
gone?
growling Felix.
Are there gonna be any more worms in my neck? Because I really don't like the worms in my neck.
Oh, you mean this worm?
Ah!
I just played. I'll put it back.
He tries to escape, but it's very hard when a big fucking
It's
fox
dead,
is
it's
lying on top.
dead.
While they're doing that, I go over to Aaron, right? Is he still with us? The guy who dropped-
No, Aaron was a bit. Oh yeah, he is actually not that far behind because you got a lift from him. So yeah, he's standing and looking what's going on, just standing by his hover.
I just want to make sure I
car.
give him a tutorial about the radio. I want to make sure he has a open channel set to a particular channel if ever I want to get a hold of him.
He seems like he understands most of the basic stuff you give him, but you
I set
kind
I
of
set the
figure
radio
out that
to where I want it, and I just tell him to leave it. I said anytime
Exactly.
someone comes through, you can pick up the mic and just talk into it.
I was about to suggest you kind of just painted some marks on the radio for him, but that will work as well. He needs the very simple explanation.
Yeah.
But well, I'll certainly do that, sir. I'll certainly do that.
Cool.
You come back if you need shoe shine. You hear?
Yeah. And if
Oh,
there's,
skin moisturizer. Got a lot of skin moisturizer.
if there's any business opportunities, I'll keep you updated.
That's great, sir. That's great. I say that's great.
Do you sell other things other than shoe polish?
Well, I do have this skin moisturizer.
What's that other town? Not Laszlo, but that other town that that's developed.
Tolkien.
Tolkien. Does that have Has he been to Tolkien before?
Well, I've been around there, but at the moment I was going to Mad Haven because folks been telling me that people in Mad Haven are pretty ugly. So I thought they'd just need some moisturizer and some shoe polish.
There's mutants and ghosts up there.
Yes, and they want to look pretty just like everyone else.
Alright.
He looks very convinced that this is the business deal of a lifetime, by the way, at this point.
What, him and Laszlo or him and me?
Him selling shoe polish in Mad
No, Mad
Haven.
Haven? Okay. Do you have extensive clientele?
Well, not at the moment, no. I was kind of chased out about this coalition town. Well, it wasn't coalition when I set up shop, but then the coalition came along and they just kind of shot at me, and I thought, it ain't the place for me. So I
And
left.
what town was this?
Actually, it was called Wyken.
Wyken?
But, yeah. Don't know if the coalition's been changing the name. You never know.
Okay. What is Wyken next to?
Desert?
Any other towns?
Not for a long way, no.
Okay.
But I'll be around. I think I'll go to Laszlo at some point. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who have shoes. And you know what you say about people with shoes. They need shoe polish.
Okay. Well, thank you for the ride. Appreciate it.
No problem. You all come back now you're here. He gets into his hover car and moves on. You can all make me a perception test at this point.
Oh, wow. Simultaneous 16.
The Atlanteans actually looking...
Actually paying attention for once.
What was that?
And Felix. So both the Atlanteans and Felix noticed that on the hover car there's this cage with bars ripped open. You remember that this was the cage that the shark puppy was in.
Oh boy.
And as you notice this big dust cloud as the hovercraft is driving onwards, Illustra, you notice something kind of hot and moist by your leg?
Oh God. Okay.
Oh God.
Get it off.
You look down and see the shark puppy is breathing on you, going,
Oh. He left it behind.
"Uff."
Well, we probably got room to take one. It's fine. I'm gonna see. I don't know much in ways of food.
Just give it a little love. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll just pet him for now. I'm gonna have to do a little foraging.
He seems very friendly. And looks like he really wants to go with you. Whoever tries to pet him, it seems like he's very friendly to most people. He does seem a bit uncertain when he gets near Kier, but not for long until he just acts like he does around everyone else. Kind of sniffs him a bit longer.
Can I scan his organs, his internals, to make sure he doesn't have anything like surprising that might shoot out at us or something?
There's no technology in there. The organs does seem a bit weird because it's not exactly like a dog, but you didn't expect it to be. But it is organs. It is a living creature. But as you gather yourself up and find that Lenny is waiting for you, it looks like he's waking up, asking what's going on, and you get aboard and can now safely maybe return to Laszlo.
Let's.
This is where we'll end Hunters in the Dark
All right.
and return next time.
Well, of course, special thanks to our cast and our GM and chat. Anybody who's been watching with us. If you're first time here, please hit that follow button down at the bottom right-hand corner. And then we are going to be back tomorrow night for 5th edition D&D's Tomb of Annihilation at 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Monday, we'll be doing some community games, Jackbox and Rift Tracks, things like that. Tuesday, we'll be back for Conan. Provided everybody's feeling better. And that'll be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the Billy F. and Wildstar after that, 9 to 11. Wednesday, we continue Curse of Strahd, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Thursday, we'll have the other Rifts Megaverse Mayhem campaign at 8:30 to 10:30 p.m.